Hello, and welcome back to Therapist Plays Disco Elysium. All right, this is the moment. This is the moment where every decision that we have made in this playthrough actually matters. All of the skill points that we've used and perhaps wasted come into play because it's time for the tribunal. It's time to see what my Harry is really capable of. Well, it is what it is. Let's just get into it, shall we? Hello, and welcome back. All right. Last time, we very narrowly escaped a disaster, preventing Ruby from doing something quite extreme. And unfortunately, we're not that much closer to solving the case. Although, as Kim would say, entirely of his own insight, exclusion is a step. It's been my philosophy this whole time. Okay, we'll be optimistic. Knowing it wasn't Ruby, or at least believing that, has put us a little bit closer to figuring out who done it. Oh, and look how convenient. Look, things are just working out. I was severely harmed by the radio wave thing. And now look at that. I'm all topped up. What do we got here? Some cash. I'll take that. I'll take that as compensation for my
the plain red
the pain I experienced.
Stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She's used to camping out.
Okay, let's take a look inside.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled-up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp.
I do hope we get some more interaction with Ruby because she is such a central figure. Like a lot of the story has revolved around trying to find her, and I hope that's not the end of our experience with her because there's quite a bit like intriguing about her character that I'd like to delve a little bit more into, but we experienced her in a very different circumstance than like I imagine we normally would if we just get to talk to her, right? Like meeting her in this antagonistic relationship, I think we only got a narrow glimpse at who she really is.
It reeks of cigarettes.
Look at that. Got my flashlight out and it wants me to flash my light on it.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
I mean, this is telling us a little bit about her. Typically, in response to some sort of discomfort, we compensate, right? What are the behaviors we're engaging in to either move ourselves towards pleasurable experiences or away from painful experiences? Even in this last moment, we saw that like the escape from a painful experience, one of being caught or arrested or something worse, right? Like that's all compensatory behavior. How do we look at the things that cause us distress and react to them? That's a method I would use to try to understand someone who I don't get to have a lot of dialogue with. I would have to look at just the things we can observe, their behaviors, and sort of piece together in a very detective-like way a profile about the person. So she smokes, right? Smoking is a compensatory behavior. It's a way of reducing anxiety for lots of people, right? Also passing time. She's probably pretty bored down here. She's reading stuff, probably just what's available, but also some of her interests. She does seem to have an interest in a proficiency for radio stuff. She's used to camping out. Like, this is a coping skill that has worked for her, like isolating herself from other people. But I will say, like, if I take a look at all of this, I find that she is, I would say, probably an anxious person. Like that characterizes a lot of what we're seeing, because if you think about that dynamic of, are we engaging in behaviors that are more about moving towards pleasure or away from pain? A lot of this stuff is about moving away from painful experiences. I'm going to move away from the painful experiences of attachment, from the painful experiences, perceived pain, let's say, of having to manage lots of relationships or be involved in a complex organization. Perhaps it's better if I'm not around them, right? Better for them. And so she's not putting, oh, I want to have good experiences over avoiding bad ones first. What we're seeing here is I'll put avoidance of pain above everything else. And then in that pocket of safety, where now I've isolated, I've made for myself a space where I am away from my perceived threats. Now I can seek pleasureful things with limitations. I can smoke, I can read, I can, do these sort of self-soothing exercises, but they're not really like transformative, pleasureful experiences like developing a deeper relationship, having a productive partner, career, sort of like thing that a lot of the stuff that we're doing. Like this was the priority. Move away from the painful stuff. Seek pleasure in isolation. And by pleasure, I just mean like, things that feel good or keep your mind off of things. And to me, that's a more anxious type who only allows themselves to seek good experiences when I've accounted for all of the threats that I've perceived around me. And she has. She accounted for like a lot of stuff.
See anything?
Yes, I just gave the psychoanalysis of her. Kim, haven't you been paying attention?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A notebook.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal.
Okay, let's see if I'm right.
Trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
You got it. Let's check it out.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Let's take a peek at that cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. This was important to her when it was still hers.
Okay.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Let's take a look at the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
And we shall. Let's look at those logistics.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
Okay.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
About those diagrams.
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
I love how Harry's like, oh, I recognize this the spiral shape.
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them.
Okay.
Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
Yeah. How far back?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
Okay. Learning a bit more. What did she write the day Lily died?
On March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Yeah, okay. Our ability to rationalize was not successful here. It's curious that it's not empathy that chimes in to understand what she's saying, but I guess it's maybe more of a logical thing to try to piece together intention. I don't know. Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell.
What about this M? Could this be La Puta Madre? Here, March 9th and March 15th.
Let's take a look.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But
That's me.
also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call?
The call.
The call? Did M call her personally? What were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake.
Must be.
You didn't follow through. You should have shot her in the head.
No, this is a coincidence. I would never kill people for a mob
The
boss.
thought steadies your nerves. The journal stops shaking in your hand.
Right? I wouldn't.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition.
So she was in contact with this individual, but is she's assuming that we were a part of that operation, that we were sent to clean house or do something. Another part of the compensation behavior of avoiding anxiety is like trying to manifest some sense of control, right? What are the things that I can control? I can control more when I am alone, right? It's hard to rely on people. Although I try to believe in the best of others, I have the most control when I'm by myself. I can react most accordingly when I am tapped into as much information as possible, right? Listening in on the radios. If I'm thinking like this, everyone else is too. They'll betray me in this circumstance because that's probably what I would do to preserve myself. This is kind of like the mindset I'm imagining. You're sort of piecing together someone's rationale by seeing like the breadcrumbs of their behavior. What are we left with to sort of understand? What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
The lieutenant taps on the page.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are.
Oh, thank God.
Your precinct, if you want to be sure.
I do want to be sure.
Trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
That's good. That's a relief. So who is pulling the fucking strings here? Why does Ruby think that I am an agent of this person? And who killed the merc? If she didn't do it, maybe it's a good thing we didn't catch
I
her.
wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
Who do you think killed the merc?
Classio was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, Or
But no one heard the shot.
maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, we should go back to the Whirling, see if we can find out more about her time there. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the Whirling and Rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
I have so many questions. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover. Schneller. A loyal friend to a lonely traveler. Oh, and that word right there tells me a lot. The lonely traveler. You know, just because you look at someone's life and you see that they are functionally capable of being alone and they're very practiced at surviving on their own, it doesn't mean that they enjoy doing that, right? Loneliness and solitude are very different things. Two different sides of the same behavior, which is being by yourself. And while we can all enjoy a bit of solitude from time to time, especially when it allows us to think through things, you can tell that a lot of Ruby's experiences convinced her that there's no safer place than being by myself. And maybe that's actually true. Like, I don't know, the people we've met in this world aren't particularly trustworthy, lots of them. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't make it any less heartbreaking that loneliness became so closely associated with survival. But even survival didn't seem all that meaningful of a trade. I can see a different world where Ruby says to herself, I actually really do like being around people, and clearly she does. Otherwise she wouldn't go to such lengths to help them, even if it got her in trouble. But there's some kind of schema in her mind that says it's impossible to be with people and still be safe, which is where you get some of those more fearful and avoidant and anxious attachment traits. There's no way out. Okay. Interesting stuff. Looks like we got a skill point from that. I'm wondering where I should dump this. I think I'll hold on to them. I may need them. I'm getting by.
Ratan! Now is the time!
Okay. Is it time? Time for what?
Oh, you will see.
Well, it feels like the tie is rubbing itself against your chest like a cat in
That's
heat.
the spirits! The blue medicinal spirits! Grab the bottle and uncork it! It is time to unleash the other world!
What, right now? Ruby's gone. I don't really think there's anything to celebrate here.
Hush, hush, Ratan! Now is not the time to celebrate. Now is the time to get ready! Trust me on this! This is what it's all been building towards! It's gonna be off the hook! Off all hooks!
I really just want to choose this reply because I know that there's a lot of people who have been like, you gotta see this play out. There's something good at the end of this. But like, I have found the necktie to be nothing but annoying. And I also don't really have an interest in exploring a relapse from a Harry who I have done a lot of work to build up as someone who is trying to maintain his sobriety for so many good reasons. And so I'm not going to let the character I hate the most probably convince me to do something that is the last thing I want my character to do. I'm done with all this crazy necktie bullshit.
Ratan! No! Please uncork it! I can make it good again!
I don't care. I'm sorry to those of you who really like the necktie. Yeah, we're done.
The lifeless necktie looks like a colorful intestine of some dead animal. Oily, alien, and otherwise disgusting. What could have driven a man to wear something so repulsive around his neck?
I'm sure there's a great story moment that comes from seeing that, but I don't need to see it. I really prefer to like elevate the role-playing consistency rather than just to see another side of the content. It's not in character that I'm
We'll
building.
never learn the answer to that question.
And I'm totally fine with that. Well, that was a lot of build-up for nothing. Oh well. I just don't care. I don't care enough. For this character, no. Nothing in the roleplay has convinced me that that would be something we'd do right now. Oh, maybe Kim can't get down from the from the ceiling, so let's go out this way. Yeah, I don't want to see what happens when he gives into that. You know, we've done it a couple of times. I've already explored that narrative thread, and I don't want to see him go through that, because a relapse could really mean throwing off everything else good that we've done. Dude, I missed so much stuff by not having perception this whole game. There's just money lying around in this world. Everywhere. What's up with that? And magnesium. Potent Pilsner. Yeah. Once again, not even gonna touch it. That's bad object for us. Unsafe. Even in a sense, money could be a trigger. Why is there just so much money sitting around in these bowls? Maybe someone stashed it. Could be someone's stash. Okay. I thought I could fast travel from the church. Maybe not. Okay, guess I'll have to walk there. Let's see what Washwoman has to say.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night.
You're still up.
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older.
She sloshes the water in the bucket around for a
My
bit.
suggestion is, don't grow any older than you already are. Old enough. What's troubling your mind?
I can't say I disagree. You know, I don't want to get too old. I think at a certain point I'll be like, all right, that's old enough. I'm good. You know, they say in retirement you usually have your go-go years where you're still able to travel and use all of the wealth you've accumulated. If that's still a thing anymore in, I don't know, 40 years or whatever. Then you have your slow-go years where you start to slow down and can't do as much, but you still get to have a little bit of fun. And then you have your no-go years. Now, I personally don't really even care for the no-go years. I don't want them. I'd rather just not have them.
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger. What you have isn't enough. You'll need more firepower. A ranged weapon. Snowflakes stick to your Kvalson KR2 multi-tool. It looks impressive. But what can it do against military-grade weaponry?
Probably less than I would like it to.
Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your
Okay.
fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pockets.
Not sure I'm ready.
Better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Okay. I guess it's time to finally put the Kvalsund away and get the Pistola out. And I should probably gear up. What have I got on here? Empathy. I'm trying to think of what could be useful in a conflict. Probably this. Some extra volition, some pain threshold. No, I don't want to lose authority. Like, if I have to fucking wield my authority as a cop, that may come in handy. What does this give me? Yeah, that's good. I need as much volition as I can. Composure? Composure pants? No, that's probably good. Action speed. Suggestion. I mean, my cop hat can't hurt at this point. What about these things? It's gonna take quite a while for them to finish up. I do have some skill points. I mean, I'm looking pretty good up here in my main skills. My intellectual skills still highly lacking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I could need here. I mean, this might be good. This might be good.
The white ceramic cuirass hugs your torso, shielding your vitals without adding much bulk to your form. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
It is good to be an unstoppable ceramic man.
Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design.
Well, we don't have enough time.
Fight someone covered in the same material.
That day is today, unfortunately. I do not have the time to do this. It really hurts to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't even leave a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. Still, there must be some flaw to allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is. Research time, 3 hours. I don't think we have the time. Unfortunately. All right, I guess I'm just going to see what happens.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Oh, fuck. The time is now.
Put your damn gun down. People
All right.
are gonna get hurt. We need
So-
to talk this through. All right?
That's what it's all been about.
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
Oh, this is the scab leader.
This is the mercenary at the gates.
I knew it!
His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
Damn it. I wish I would have had time to study this.
There's something very wrong with him.
Say nothing.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
I don't know about that, Elizabeth.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Her tone is frighteningly emotionless.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Yeah, man, this is tense.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Oh my god, this is gonna get fucking messy. Harry, what are you gonna do?
Peaceful.
It sounds like the armored figure is weeping. Rud Hunkloven.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
This is not good.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
Uh-oh. Fucking Kim is worried? Let's walk away for now. Is that an option? What do we do? The big one is the mercenary at the gates, the scab leader.
This turns into a firefight. We should take him out first.
Is this going to turn into a firefight? There's been no combat in this game. I don't even know what that looks like. All I know is how to talk my way through stuff. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must.
Authority. That's a high check. What was that other one? Authority. Is authority like... Wait.
No. We have to step in. This is not going to end well if we don't.
Can I... Authority seems to be the boss man here. I'm pumping it in.
The Mercenary Tribunal.
Fuck it, let's go. I hope that that's the right choice. Let's go in. Where'd my flashlight go?
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd, losing his balance for a moment. He staggers backward.
I think he's calmed down a bit.
Wait. Authority and empathy. Those are my two. That's what I'm going with. Okay. I hope this is the right choice.
No, he didn't. He's about to open fire.
Ah, fuck! No, he's coming down. I can talk to him.
You can't think that way now. This is serious.
Pig fuck!
The voice from beneath the helmet interrupts your thoughts. You only make out the last word. Easy now. No one needs to die here today. I think that they're not able to reason that. I think that they are already in the mindset that someone is going to die. I think the only thing we can do is try to position ourselves as a greater threat to them than they are to us. I can see you're drunk.
Ah, yeah. Welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
I don't think we're there, Liz.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument.
Can we all agree on something?
Comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag him out first. Get under his skin.
It worked with Ruby. It worked with Ruby.
I don't know about this getting under his skin. What if he gets under yours? I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here.
And this is like the fucking Avengers coming in to all assemble. We need a plan, guys. Get your shit together.
Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that.
Okay. I see. Damn it, I should have held on to those skill points. Okay, we've got suggestion and rhetoric. They're a little more reasonable checks. I do not have the coordination to shoot the guy. I could just stand here and do nothing. Okay, think of an argument. Yeah. Peace has worked thus far. I think that... Now, maybe this was the right choice. Empathy is the one that's reasoning me into using these other skills. Maybe I can raise these with some dialogue. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
Yeah? So what? You should be drunk too. It's insane how long it's been since your last drink. Get one in you right now.
No. No. Okay, I see that the fucking Thai wanted me to do this as well. I am so glad that I am sober right now, though. I do not want to be in any way inebriated. I need focus. I've made a lot of good decisions while sober so far in this playthrough. I don't need a drink right now. I'm in a fight.
Exactly. This is so horrible. People are gonna die whatever you do. It will be all your fault. Only a drink will soothe this. Keep thinking about the drink.
This is not the time!
Shut up. Let him think. Too much is on the line. He's not gonna fuck it up because of you.
Yes!
I won't let you.
Fucking volition coming in clutch. Nothing. It's okay.
Didn't sound like nothing. Sounded like you were about to break into a sermon. Was that it?
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Okay, we got him arguing. Rhetoric. Rhetoric is probably my best choice here. Damn, I don't think I'm wearing anything to help with that. The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this. Maybe we can sort of stoke some of that inner conflict.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
He isn't just boasting. He really doesn't care. Back out of this now, or it'll get bad.
Oh, the legendary empathy check saved me from going down a bad path. That's the fucking clutch play. I knew empathy was the thing. Okay.
Fucking waste this fuck!
Ignore her. She's not the main threat yet.
Okay. Should we try this? I didn't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
The killer. Okay, so he's the one who shot them. They shot his own guy? What was that?
Rip you open.
The killer.
No. The raddest. The killer.
He points to the figure clad entirely in the ceramic plate. So why would they shoot their own man?
Think he does.
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
Okay.
About 50 little stick figures. All of them black, plus 2 little white ones in the end.
You think you're real tough, huh? His killing is meaningless.
Huh?
He just stares at you with his watery eyes.
Struck some chord. A dark chord.
Dude, empathy! The most important skill. What can I say?
What are we waiting for? Let's blow that pig fucking mouth off its face.
And I love the idea that empathy is not just an emotion to treat people nicely. It is the thing that is helping us understand their vulnerabilities as well, in the overarching goal of protecting the most people possible.
Lance Corporal, just fucking shut up and wait for your order.
I think I can get them to turn on each
He's
other.
not used to commanding or leading. He feels uncomfortable. He'd rather shoot to kill.
Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did that?
Oh, shit. Okay, so maybe this guy wasn't the killer. He just has a sniper rifle. Fuck, we don't know. I need time to figure this out. We don't have time. It wasn't Titus. It wasn't Claudia. It was someone else. They're not here right now.
How fucking convenient.
He gives you a drunken stare, then puts his hand on the gun.
Are twitching. That's a draw reflex.
He's about to draw! Shit! I don't know. A lot of people could have gotten to that roof, like Gart, the cafeteria manager. Gart's up here. I see him. A sniper did it.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh? How about the kid? Tell me. It's a magic fucking sniper. One more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead court marshal won't decide who...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
What?
He pulls the trigger.
No!
A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle.
I'm okay.
Wait, what? She's okay. She staggers backward, crouches, and grabs the left side. Her white shirt sucks some blood red around her abdomen, gasps for air.
Not. She's bleeding out. In 20 minutes, she'll be dead. Maybe 15.
Fuck.
Look, Loincloth. I'm a funny clown. Fuck this!
Eugene, no!
Cancel Lizzie! Now!
Get her out of here. I can solve this with rhetoric.
You'll be ripped apart. They all will. The moment the third man opens
Damn it. Damn it.
knows it.
I should have just gone with this from the start. Now I've lost my chances. This is way too fucking tense. 72%. 72%. That's good. Those are good odds. Those are good odds, folks. I can't believe this. What do I trust here? Suggestion, the charmer, or Reddick, the intellectual persuader? That's the thing. I have one intellect. Rhetoric is the only skill in this whole block that is any good. I have 5 psyche. Suggestion should be the one I lean into, but why do I want to go with rhetoric? God, I was so close and I still got the gardener shot. Fuck it. I'm not an intelligent person, but I have to go with my gut. There's got to be a good argument to this.
International something. International law.
No. No.
Say it.
Oh, shit.
They're scratching your ass for 1.5 seconds. You think this helps things?
No, no, no. I take it back. Let's talk about the hangman.
Of course.
No.
That will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it.
Come on. Am I sure?
Even better, it will further destabilize him, cost him time, and maybe even lives.
I feel like I got to know your dead friend during our...
Don't fucking talk to me about my brother, Loincloth.
He squeezes the words out from between his clamped lips, hand on the pistol. This is not going well.
Okay, yes. Immediate things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully.
There's no way. There's no way with 72% chance on both of those that I get a chance to pass a 28%er with dog shit hand-eye coordination. And I fucking blew those skills on the wrong things. There's just no way.
A small explosion expels the bullet from the chamber. With a puff of smoke, it hits the man square in the chest, producing a soft clicking sound in the armor, like dice rolling.
It's all fucked.
Go ahead. Give it another try.
Fuck it.
Another soft explosion, like a firecracker, goes off in your hand. Another soft click from the gleaming white cuirass.
They teach you to shoot the chest in Copland? Stupid fuck. Kill
The man...
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you.
Wait.
His moves are steady, but
No.
the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Kim, what are you doing? Kim, where's Kim?
From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at
Don't do this. Don't do this, Kim.
You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. 0.4 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger.
Oh my god.
Is there anything we could use to protect this frail body? That gun will tear us to pieces.
It sure will.
Full suit of armor can't be too agile. You can shift direction faster than he can.
There's just no way. After all of this?
You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side. Tearing
What?
your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
This is bizarre. This is what is happening? I cannot be killed, I guess. I've become immortal.
Tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot.
Kim, take him out!
Watch out. To your left, the Paul is about to take a shot too. At Kim.
No!
Please.
The lieutenant says quietly, without trembling. He aims, face pale. Kim the sharpshooter!
2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from the...
He got him!
It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Kim, did he hit the rifleman?
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back.
Oh my god, he got him!
Sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
It's truly... Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you.
Oh shit!
Torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers.
Fucking Glenn.
God, watch out.
More?
You see 2 cold eyes
Oh my god, there's more!
through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger.
Oh man, I really should have invested more in my reaction speed. Look him in the eye.
Look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end. Here it comes. Death.
I'm gonna try to evade it. Damn it! No!
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll.
We're down.
Pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Listen through the darkness and the
The
pain.
Hardy Boys are yelling. Someone is running, jumping over you. In the background, you hear gunfire shatter glass, and then a man in pain. A familiar sound. It's Titus with a splat like meat. You hear bullets rip into him. His voice, still giving orders, grows fainter. A gurgle. He's not gonna make it.
No, this is a disaster.
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you got. Most of what's down there,
Oh god.
all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening. No. It's just a fear. Even if... Who cares? No one wants you anyway.
No, this is too miserable.
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. Of course I get gunned down and die. Sorry, fuck. Oh, the apricots. That was my connection with Kim in the board game. He's like a white shadow. It smells like apricots.
Stay with me.
You feel burning hot tears streaming from your eyes. I can't forget it, even when I drank so much. Instead, I had a vast soul. Do I have a vast soul?
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something
No.
behind him.
No.
Shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
What? The authority check! I saved Kim! I did it! What? After all this, all of this failure, this is the one thing that matters. He trusts me. He really trusts me. I can't believe that. I actually can't believe this. I was thinking this is the worst ending possible. There's just no way. Kim.
No, you scream. Behind you, from your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion. You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
No, come on, we had to have saved Kim. I don't care about Glenn or Titus, really. I have to protect Kim, if no one else. Is he gone, or am I just losing consciousness?
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, let me back in the fight. I have to see.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep.
I don't care if I don't survive. This whole playthrough, I have tried to save myself, but only so that I could be a better person to others. Kim doesn't have to fucking try to be a good person. He just is one. We've had to work for it so fucking hard. And I don't care if I have to give up all of that. Just let him live.
And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his won't sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
No, I can't. I will, but if I don't have to, I won't.
There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
If nothing else, I just want to see. I want to see if anything we did matters.
You're thirsty. Reach for the glass of water by the bed. The world is still there. Sleep some more.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He only gets wow.
That's not true. That's not true. That's just not true. I have spent a fucking year playing this game. This game has lived in a space in my head for longer than many things. And I know categorically this is not true. We have not only gotten worse, we've gotten better. We didn't start off that way. At the beginning of this game, we were still really a piece of shit. We swung at Kuno. We were dishonest. We obstructed the case because we wanted to feel superior to other people. We fought battles we knew we couldn't win out of insecurity. And we lost. We lost every single time, it felt like. Until we started to learn that being powerful and being correct were not more important than being kind and being at peace and helping other people be at peace. We definitely traded some things. We traded our authority. We traded our self-image. We even traded our entire previous life for one that probably looks a lot worse. It is probably easier and would be a better time to live in the delusion that we were actually a superstar and that everybody loved us and that we were, despite not being a great person, being a good cop, an effective cop with lots of solved cases was more important than all of that. That we had good times, even if we didn't feel good while having them or after them. Living in that delusion, in the alcoholism and the depression, maybe was a safer mental space to live in because it was not an easy transition into reality where we realize we're a piece of shit. We're not good at much besides solving crime. We are insecure. We are pathetic, lonely, depressed, have very little to live for, very little knowledge of the world, no insight. We're not even very relatable. In fact, I think a lot of the times we scare people and we make bad jokes and we're ugly and we look fucking sad. That's what we traded. That's what we traded in. That's what we've gotten to be in the new Harry Dubois experience. Maybe in some ways it is a little worse because living in reality is often quite difficult. But I would make the trade again. I would do it again and again, and I wouldn't even make different decisions to get here. I think we've built something good out of all of this misery, and I would always rather be terrible and get better than to think I am already good and don't need to change. But no, we do not only get worse. I fundamentally don't believe that.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
We're alive. And Kim is alive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this was even a possibility.
It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Kim.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with the fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. The room, it's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
Fucking Gart. Gart made it! How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
The piss jacket. Kim, you took it off.
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
It's okay. It's okay, Kim. I'm not in a very joking mood either. What did you say? Sunrise?
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun. It's engraved on it.
Cops like it.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
He looks out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
He unzips his bomber jacket. Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
What happened?
What happened? You shot the major, and successfully, a firefight ensued.
Yeah, it all went terribly. Then what happened?
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
I'm sorry, Glenn.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Titus is dead.
Yes. You were bleeding out. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm the Major before he got a jump on me.
Thank you. Although...
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened.
Titus is dead.
Yes.
I thought you only smoked one of those a day.
This is the one.
And the Major?
He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured.
There is unveiled anger in his voice.
We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage.
How many casualties on the Union side?
6. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets. And Titus. And Elizabeth too. Elizabeth Beaufort was her name. The gardener.
She didn't make it.
No, she bled out before Everard's surgeon could help her. Everard sent his personal doctor, but a costly loss for the Union. She was being trained for leadership.
If I were to presented the theory better to their leader...
She never had a chance. She should not have been there in the first place. There was no way to convince them.
Stop this line of thought now. You're too broken for ghosts.
And that's...
All.
It's a total shit show, Kim.
Yes, officer. 6 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet.
Okay, this is going to need quite a bit of breakdown of the mental state that this is going to put Harry into as he tries to reason, like, being at the center of, like, all of this stuff. Does he shoulder the blame, or does he take that beautiful advice from logic that if you couldn't have predicted it, then there's nothing you could have done?
And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
Neither did I, to be honest.
His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
I'm a psycho-locomotor.
You'll need to be, whatever that is.
I love how he's still, like, playing along with our ridiculousness in this moment. Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
Oh my god, we saved Kim's life, though. A lot of discussion is going to need to be had once we're through this, like, sequence on Harry's reaction to this. How he places his actions into the outcome of this whole scenario. You know, does he shoulder a lot of the blame on himself? Like, I could have investigated more. If only I had made that argument better. If we only knew who the killer was beforehand. If I had put my skills in different places. Like, you can go into so many thinking patterns here. Or does he take logic's perspective in that great line in the last episode where it just said, look, if you couldn't predict what was going to happen, then that means you couldn't have prevented it. And we couldn't have predicted that all of this was going to happen that suddenly. Or maybe we could have. I don't think this is going to be easy to reckon with. Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
They don't care about me at all.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Have you seen any?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
I don't think they give a shit. If they didn't treat me, who did?
I did.
I'm sorry, Kim. I'm sorry I I ever got you involved. I think at this point we can confidently say that Kim is the only person who truly cares about us right now. And this moment, I no longer feel in my roleplay any insecurity about that. Like, you and I have known for a long time Kim really cares, but I think Harry, this moment, would really tell him that. Because there's immediate contrast. No one else from my station came. Kim is the one who healed me, who helped me, who is here when I'm waking up. Thank you.
No need.
There is a need. Okay. Let's get up.
Easy now.
The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes, and aren't you of pain?
You can take it. Just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily.
Holy shit.
Your balance is way.
I can't believe we're both still standing.
You're about to fall over on that thing.
How are you?
I'm very bad, Kim. Things are very bad.
The lieutenant doesn't reply. Just looks at you, teetering on your feet. He thinks you should sit back down. Back straight now. You're not sitting anywhere.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling.
This guy seems like it's played out really terribly. I'm actually wondering if there's a better version of this behind some better decision making. But fuck it, this is where we are. This is good for the storytelling, if nothing else. I think a clean win here would have been much less narratively compelling for this playthrough. If we saved everyone. That doesn't just happen. Not with my Harry. You don't think it was a good idea?
I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Classia, well, at least she's safely locked away.
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone.
So what the fuck is any of this for? We didn't solve the crime. We got people killed. I feel like shit. And... and I don't think we're any closer.
Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
His voice is calm, matter-of-factly. Well, we're not... I don't think that... I think we've resolved I'm not a peon. Fucking Maybells, Kim, the flowers.
What?
What? They were on the roof. I didn't catch them. Fucking Butterfingers.
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to it. You don't have to catch everything.
He's wrong.
No, Kim, every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case. That's kind of actually what I've been saying this whole time.
Okay.
He concedes, clearly not meaning it. I love that even after a life and death scenario, our dynamic is pretty much still the same. And now he's got a magic cigarette. It's like floating to his mouth. The goddamn footprints.
Yes. God curse the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Au diable.
There's still a 28% chance the shot came from a distance, though.
Go upstairs. Rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
Okay, I guess there's still that. There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. Revolutionary era.
Find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I can't believe they're fucking useless.
No need to be melodramatic.
I'm in pain and delirious. The miracle hasn't happened yet. It's not over yet.
He does not know what to reply. Looks out of the window, then back at you. It's morning outside, you think.
It's simple. We have to locate communism. Communism killed him.
I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism, detective. Being dead.
Well, communism is making a massive comeback, Kim.
Ideology does not have anything to do with the murder investigation at hand. I'm sorry, it does not.
Actually, I'm inclined to agree with that. You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is almost impossible.
It can feel that way sometimes, yes.
He sounds surprisingly weary.
Yeah, me too, friend.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
Hell yeah. I'm fucking ready. This is depressing as hell. We didn't accomplish much, but the threat is gone. I can still put the squeeze on a couple of people, and there's still Fritta Girl. She's still out there, okay? A positive future is waiting for her.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
Check out Miss Katarzyna Klasia, I guess. Let's just aimlessly wander until a clue presents itself. That is such a Calvin and Hobbes thing to say. I have to go with it.
Let's do that. We can start upstairs in Classia's bedroom with your ballistics ID.
I'm telling you, perfect dynamic. Oh, sorry, Kim. I don't mean to be blasting you like that with the flashlight. Okay.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Fuck it. Me neither, friend. Back in the real world again. Well, I guess that's not the end. I mean, there's still a case to solve. We still have to figure out who fucking did it. And our morale is up. The people are gone. Lives could have been saved. But we're still a cop, goddammit. And we're alive. There must be a purpose to this. Cavalson in hand. You know, I think that, like I said, there's going to be a time to break down Harry's perception of this, but I want to see if we can make some kind of headway on the case. That kind of changes everything in terms of whether we start getting severely guilt-tripped by all of this. I think some amount of guilt is unavoidable because there's quite a bit of responsibility implied in what happened and how it was handled and how we failed to achieve anything with our terrible... The 2 shots we had, we fucking flunked them. But we saved Kim. We didn't save everybody. But the world is still here, you know, and life still goes on. And I guess for the time being, we still have to find a way to live in it. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode. I don't know how many of these are left, but I guess there's still more to do. All right. I'll see you soon for the next episode. Take care, everybody.